Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to... Listen, I'm being energetic and positive because I was a bit tired on the last podcast.
Are you recording this?
I'm recording. I've checked all the buttons.
We'll go for launch. So this is the second part in our limited series of documentary reviews.
Yes, another one about Dundee.
Now, when did you last see this film?
I last saw C.H.U.D.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 1989.
Right, I think I'm the same. Did this feel like the same film you watched?
No.
This is a somber beast, isn't it?
I remember the film being exciting, dynamic, terrifying.
It's like an episode of Kojak.
It's
the weirdest, subdued.
That's funny you say that.
There's a weird realism to this.
Yes, with cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, as realistic as it could be.
Yeah, but they're like a by the by. But the majority of the film's like humans interacting on relationship problems and loss and
I don't remember
people striving. It captures an 80s New York, doesn't it?
Very much so. Now,
social unrest and poverty.
This gets onto my theory about all films, which I'm going to go straight to now, because it's not a theory about this film necessarily, but it's about all films. Mm-hmm. Now, C.H.U.D. cost $1.2 million to make. Right, now that's unadjusted. That's back in the 80s.
Right,
but the very next year, they made Aliens for $18 million, which adjusted is only $40 million it cost to make Aliens.
Jesus, so, and that was that's a lot of world building in Aliens.
Oh my God, and it was all flown over to the UK.
C.H.U.D. is just the streets of New York.
C.H.U.D. just went outside and filmed what they saw. Now,
cannibalistic humanoid under Dundee would be a better film.
That's perfect. Now, here's the theory. It's the same as my clothes. It doesn't matter if you dress me in the most expensive designer clothes in the world. A Gucci suit. I'll still look dishevelled. Yeah. And it'll still be covered in bits from my work.
It's the way your bones gather in lumps. Things don't hang off you properly.
Oh my God, you've made my theory perfect. It doesn't matter what money you throw.
You've got elbows where your nipples are supposed to be.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what money you throw at C.H.U.D. Its bones are all in the wrong place, and it's just going to hang. They could have done this film for half the money. It's a strange film.
It's got an opening. You know me, I love wet asphalt with a street lighting on it.
Now, do I like it, or do I get annoyed that it never rains in LA. It doesn't rain much.
I like greasy.
Every film at night has it.
I love it.
It's just to add to the visuals. I get it.
Well, New York doesn't have alleyways. All films, the cliche, they've got a cliche of alleyways, but New York doesn't have any. So they're filming in the same three alleyways. It's not just a thing in New York.
Maybe that's the case, because I think we've talked about this before, or maybe it was just a normal podcast, that they've actually closed the alleyways up and there's fake buildings in front of them. It's really cool.
Yeah. But the beginning of the women out walking are shit.
Oh yes, let's get into the film first. 1984, C.H.U.D.
C.H.U.D.
Right.
C.H.U.D.
And we don't know what it means yet, even though we've said it. Is it a
Shih Tzu? Is it a Shih Tzu or a Pomeranian?
I say a Pomeranian.
And it's just, you see the wee manhole cover.
Oh, something's going on.
Have you ever
isolated
seen Japanese manhole covers?
No.
Oh, go and look them up online.
That's funny, because it was on a website that just had manhole covers on it, and there was some glorious
Japanese
American ones.
Glorious.
Yeah.
So she just gets dragged into the sewers.
Yep. And then it starts, C.H.U.D.
Fucking C.H.U.D.
Big fucking C.H.U.D. Now, this is where the music sort of starts, and I'm going to have
Did
to...
you like...
the repeating loop of vroom, 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 vroom. And when it got exciting, it went vroom, 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 vroom. No, a terrible soundtrack.
There was something bleak about the beginning. The street sweeper machine, the discarded shoe.
We're all just
street sweepings, really. It's a human condition.
I get that, and it's very early 80s New York. It was when New York was
kind
failed.
Of homeless people kind of
No, there's
walking
only
about.
homeless people, actually.
Yeah.
There's no one else. There's only homeless people in New York, which I think is a fact. It's getting that way again here.
Oh, what is it? Is it starting to turn again?
Yeah, here
it's kind of
great.
It's kind of, this film is kind of similar to Wolfen.
Yes, very much so.
It's got a Wolfen vibe.
Another terrible Whitley Strieber story.
Whitley Strieber.
He's a fucking cunt.
This was written by a guy called Shepard Abbott. Cool name.
Well,
but do you know the director of this was called Douglas Cheek?
Doug Cheek. These are two glorious names.
Ah, wonderful. But the main guy is that John Hurd guy, the dad from Home Alone.
Yes.
But he's seemingly a troubled guy in real life, and he looks like he's in the grip of some alcoholism.
No.
He's kind of grey-eyed, isn't he? Baggy-eyed character.
He's got the sort of figure where you can't tell if he's fit or incredibly unhealthy.
I'd go for the unhealthy thing.
Yeah, because he's got that
wearing he's wearing this terrible t-shirt, with the cut off, the kind of wife beater style with the cut off sleeves.
Yeah, it's to make him look young.
He's a fashion photographer that's decided to leave that all behind and make like a photographic exhibition about the homeless, the sewer denizens of New York.
He's finding meaning in his art, and I used to be a photographer, I can assure you, there's no meaning in it. It's a rubbish thing.
All photographers are sleazy.
I used to take pictures of toasters, and those toasters never made one complaint.
I feel sorry for those toasters.
And some of them had reason to.
But his girlfriend is the world's least convincing model.
I now, God,
the two of them are so badly dressed.
And I scored that out because I didn't want to say anything about the young lady's looks, but I put, she's no model.
She's like Daryl Hannah's ugly sister.
She's maybe a model for Airfix, but she's not a model.
But there's not. No, we're not being crass.
I'm not.
If you're gonna have, it's kind of like she's a fashion model. She's a published model, and she's just. But he's very controlling of her. He doesn't want her. He's quite prudish. He doesn't want her going nude.
Yeah, but do you think this is because he's found a new reason to take pictures? He wants everyone to follow him down this spiritual route.
Take it seriously. Yeah.
You know, people like
he
that.
Walks. I like that he's got his dark room. There's something about an old dark room that it's a bygone era. And he goes, the best line in the film, and one that I've said to you a couple of times, why are you putting makeup on your ass?
Well, you know, she had the same reason as, well, no, a similar reason. I usually do it to cover stab marks. She was doing it to cover it.
Self-inflicted.
Hey, do you want to know something? I am so fucking old, right? When I stopped working as a photographer, the week I stopped, they were actually shutting down the darkroom for the final time.
Jesus Christ. We had a dark room at school, but it was best avoided.
Oh, I bet it was just for smoking weed.
You know what I'm saying? Those are not good places.
They tend to be, actually, the sad thing is, everyone I know or knew, I will say knew, that worked in the darkroom, they all died rather young.
That's nasty chemicals, It's got that thing where that seemed to be a kind of cliche of New York, like a kind of shambolic apartment building with loads of characters in it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a trope.
You know what I mean? People with the paper bags of shopping, it's all been packed for you. Basements are always dubious in buildings.
Well, hold on a second. Basement. We're saying this is a trope, but do you know the building that we work in?
Yeah.
Jesus, it's exactly a New York.
Does it have a basement?
I don't know, but there's a little secret room in the roof.
Oh, I've been up there.
Have you been in that?
Yeah, I've been in that.
It's got disco lights in it.
That's not a secret room. That's a bunker. It's a machine gun nest. It's a machine gun nest.
In the middle of Dundee, they had a machine gun nest.
That's so when the Germans were going up Lockheed Road, you could just take pot shots at them with your Sten gun.
Fantastic. But why is there disco lights in it?
Oh, that's an art piece.
Oh, fuck it. I hate artists.
Rats. I love it. Like the women's out in, there's like the rubbish is out in the streets because there was a load of like kind of strikes in New York at the time, so the rubbish wasn't getting collected.
That's
and
right.
There's a weird scene where somebody it's all writhing. The rubbish is writhing.
Yeah, it's moving, and then it jumps, and that's the first jump scare.
There's a big hole in it. But it should have been this film should be called Blood and Cardboard.
Blood and Cardboard. Actually, that's a good name for an album. Right.
And then we get to the police station, which is like NYPD Blue. So it's all like guys with high blood pressure, bad ties, surly, BO, moustaches. It's just the usual.
All the blue-shirted cops are very sleazy, and
sleazy
the detectives
Irishmen
all have their sleeves rolled up.
They all got their sleeves rolled up,
Moustaches.
sweaty. The chief is called the guy's this Bosch. It's Captain Bosch.
Captain Bosch. Now,
and it turns out that the woman who went missing at the beginning is his fucking wife.
It's his wife, and he's not said anything to anybody. What kind of cop is he?
I can't tell anybody.
That's embarrassing.
But there's a journalist sniffing about, and there's a lid being kept on this. There's an epidemic of people going missing.
Don't know what's going on. What's happening?
Oh God! But the journalist has got his keen nose. There's a lot of people with a keen nose in this.
Everyone's on instinct. Because rather than write the story well, they just go, I have a feeling.
Yeah. I've just got a feeling, man. And then it cuts to the photo shoot where she's just lying, splayed out. We are kind of
semi-naked. It was like a
semi-naked.
Do you know?
And he's like, this is a pile of shite.
Oh, he's furious. And I'd be furious too because she's wearing what looks like, you know, when you'd go to your grand's house and she had those little mini carpets in the toilet.
Yeah,
she's wearing one of them.
She is. Well, he describes it as draped in the skin of a slaughtered field mouse.
Exactly those little rugs.
It must be big field mouse in New York City. But in the background, the kind of boss of the shoot, it's the scientist from Total Recall.
Oh, that's right. It's a very strange.
Not a speaking
setup.
part.
No, not a speaking part. But I think in this film, that's what I'd prefer.
But he's like stomping about. He's got that pager whistle thing. He whistles it down his phone to get his messages.
So he was obviously a guy involved in gadgets.
He's a gadget character. She gets her lipstick smeared. There's something going on in Lafayette Street.
Oh yeah, there's something happening. What's happening down there?
Now I wrote down here.
Yeah.
1543, no C.H.U.D action. There's a lack of C.H.U.D in this. There's a distinct lack of C.H.U.D.
But there is an ominous tone in the background going.
There is. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
And you know what that does? That makes you feel tense.
Oh, that hum.
That hum.
I thought it was Rolf Harris playing a didgeridoo.
That would also make you tense.
Which is actually more.
Now, in The Exorcist, there was a low hum through the whole film, right?
Is that not the devil's tone?
It's bees, and it's so low. And they removed it from it and done it with another test audience, and the test audience without the hum didn't find the film as stressful as the ones with the hum. And that's when it was discovered.
I like a bit of stress. So the C.H.U.Ds are basically eating the homeless.
I don't know if that's safe to eat.
They're not going to be able to the Dundee homeless, the junkies in Dundee. They'll never be able to chew their way through them.
I went to the post office yesterday in Lough, right? And outside it, there seemed to be some sort of like a meeting of the junkie tribes. It's a
junkie union.
There was like 15 of them. And they were all complaining about. And this is not a word of a lie. They were saying there's rubbish up and down this street. There's rubbish at the bottom of it, there's rubbish in the middle, and I just saw a crisp packet at the top. And all the others went, aye.
The thing is, if your house is the street, if you live on the street, it's like you don't want to see some fag ends in your living room.
But the guy is saying it was covered in pish.
Well, but the thing is, what's happening in Dundee, their opportunities for gathering money for their addiction is limited now.
Like the seagulls.
The seagulls. The great junkie seagull wars ended. The junkies have won. But what they're doing is they're predating upon each other, the junkies. There's been a lot of problems in the town. They're all robbing each other.
Oh my God, that's really.
It's fucking bleaker than Chud.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the notion of the sewer systems under big cities. Getting the labyrinth tunnels.
Yeah.
There is something inherently about freaky. In the 80s, there was loads of talk of people flushing baby alligators into the sewers.
Yeah.
Turtles, goldfish, things becoming vast, monstrous down there. It's a nice thought.
Well, there are massive sewer systems in New York, and in London and Paris. They're absolutely gigantic.
Yeah. All the ones in London, the brick ones.
Oh,
are just
amazing.
Superb. The brick they didn't do things by half. That's Basil Jet in London, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was watching a documentary about an American guy that was exploring them in London, and he actually got caught.
Yeah.
But what happened is he was going through one, he found an old train station that hadn't been used in years. He reckoned since about the 40s, and he got to the end of it, and there was an active door. So he got into it, and when he went through, it was all like modern equipment, and then a soldier came out, and he got in trouble, and they called the police. So there's still things under there going on.
Oh,
that was only a couple of years ago.
What a wonderful
Exciting,
concept. Oh, so we've met. So we've got John Hurd is supposed to be the main guy, but we've got the guy. He's in Home Alone, and then Daniel Stern's in this as well.
Yes,
he's in Home Alone,
and he plays Shepherd, and he's a reverend, but he's a dirty reverend, not in emotions.
But he's a crook. But he's decided to turn. He's actually helping people. He's got a soup kitchen.
Yeah, he's turned his life around, but he hasn't
need that
washed.
soup.
Oh God, did you see it?
Can you imagine?
Oh,
there'd be some shoe leather in it or a bit of tire.
But
fucking hell. But
people have gone missing that live underground, because there's a lot of the homeless that still to this very day live underground in New York.
I've watched documentaries about it. The cities under there.
Crazy. And 10 to 12 have gone missing. It's a labyrinth down there.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And then there's this guy sitting across from Bosch, and Bosch is like, well, they could be anywhere. And there's this guy sitting across from him, and he's wild-eyed and looking a bit crazy.
Jesus Christ, he's wild.
I thought of you.
He's in LA Confidential. That's Stensland from LA Confidential.
Oh God, you watch a lot of TV.
I do watch a lot of shit. He's got a big ass knife.
Big knife.
Is he a Nam guy, do you think? Is he a guy that's been to Nam?
Definitely. He's seen a few things. Actually, oh God, that reminds me. You know what happened yesterday?
What?
After being at the post office, I was walking back, and just beside my house there's a little bit of grass. There was a fucking knife stuck in it. A big sort of hunting knife.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And when you see a big hunting knife stuck in the ground in Lochee, you don't fucking touch it, right? So I went across to the police, because you didn't want a kid getting it or anything. And the guy went, where's it? I went, right across there, look. And he went across. Next thing you know, a whole van comes down. I forgot to tell you this. A whole van came down, and they've got the guy that knows what he's doing, forensics or whatever, and they're pulling the knife out the ground, putting it in a bag. I'm watching it. I couldn't believe it.
Was it like the Rambo knife they used to have the fishing hooks in the handle? Not
as big as that, but it was a wooden handled. I would say the blade was probably about 7 inches, and it was stuck in the ground.
That'll do it, mate.
Oh my God!
Used to be, when I was a kid, there was a big fir tree, and somebody'd lobbed a knife into it really high up, and it was sticking right in.
Right.
And we were obsessed with trying to get it.
Oh God!
Obsessed with trying to get it, throwing stuff at it and everything. And I eventually got it, and I've actually got it somewhere.
Oh, that's fantastic! Not to incriminate you in anything, how many knives do you have?
Yeah, I have a collection of knives, but pen knives.
Yes, I love a small, traditional style buck knife.
I have a traditional, lock knife. I don't have lock knives. I've just got the little pocket knives with the stag handles. I think I've got about 25 of them.
Oh, I've got about 14, 15, I think, knives.
Yeah. Oh God, we're a couple of sad bastards.
Oh God.
Everyone in this film is exhausted, sweaty, and enraged. Just everyone.
Yeah, there's tension. I think this film, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I feel about the film. This is my theory. I'll get into it now because it's a very simple theory. And you said early on in this, it represents the streets of New York very well, the dirt at the time, the strikes and everything. This film is about people reacting to New York. This is C.H.U.D is the city.
Oh, C.H.U.D.
This is just a representation in New York and people's frustration and their anger towards it, because it doesn't need to be like this.
Buff the C.H.U.D. Their anger is buff the C.H.U.D.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. That's it.
So they're kind of, this bag lady's wanting to get her hands. She tried to steal a police officer's gun.
Yeah, not a wise thing.
Because they won't be
to
tooled up, because they're like that. We need guns. The homeless people are getting picked off one by one.
They know there's something going on.
So, but she's a friend. The photographer's away dealing with her. So the police are. There's a lot of people following everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of following going on. And you know what I find in this film? There's too much story.
Yeah, there's a lot of different characters all going about their own business, all kind of heading in the same direction.
I need to check something first with you. What version of this did you watch? I watched the director's cut.
I watched the director's cut.
Oh, thank God, because we were going to start talking about different things there. I just realised, but no, we're good.
I know. What did he add? Was it just more of the kind of romance stuff?
I felt the editing in this was very back and forward between different stories, and it went in an order.
The director's cut removed a lot of C.H.U.D?
Yes, there was three subplots going on. And when the edit happened, it went to 1, then it went to 2, then it went to 3, then it went to 1, then it went to 2. It was very clunky. So I think he added more character to make it a deeper film.
Oh, I like the photographer in his game, because he's away down in his hands and knees into the sewer with that bag lady.
Yeah, he's into it. He'll do that.
And he meets Victor and Hugo.
Now Hugo, a simple lad.
Hugo's like it's like Benny at Crossroads on steroids. He's got like a
exactly.
He's got a fucking South Sea Island war club.
He does. Now that might have been, like you said, alligators, goldfish, war clubs, all flushed down the toilet.
Maybe somebody's had it stuck up their arse.
You know, I've met a lot of people that could take that on.
Victor's so wild-eyed.
Oh,
and you're like,
wrong
his leg's not doing well. And they peel back the bit of newspaper they're using as a bandage.
God, it's been
and that leg is fucking chewed to buggery, isn't it?
It's
and
a
he's
mess.
Like, we need to get a gun. We need to shoot them. Shoot who, Victor? The ugly fuckers.
The ugly fuckers. That's all he gets. Yeah.
But Bosch, there's an outbreak of missing people. Bosch. It doesn't wash, Bosch.
It doesn't wash, Bosch. Bish, bash,
It
Bosch.
doesn't wash, Bosch. And we discover that it's his wife it's missing. It's like, fuck's sake, Bosch. Why did you not say?
Can I do the acting?
Why did you not say?
Can I do Bosch's acting? Yeah, it's my wife is missing.
Well, I don't think he liked his wife
we'll have
very
to do
much,
something
to be honest.
about this.
I think he's kind of
His
happy
emotional range in this is seething, but anger that you don't see.
He's
outburst,
overworked.
But he calms down quickly.
He's overworked.
Not an emotional
actor.
actor.
There's basically we'll learn that there's like an EPA probe going on.
They do a yearly inspection,
and they're down there with spacesuits.
But the inspection only lasts a week. But this time it's lasted 4 weeks. What's going on?
No.
Are they up to something?
No. Yeah.
Now
but
Shepard.
Shepard's been gathering stuff. He's been crawling about Gollum-like down there.
He's got a boot.
And he's got a boot. Just the one boot.
He's got a radiation detector.
A very strange Geiger counter that's all flashing and all.
I'd love a Geiger counter. Christmas is coming.
He says, I used to be a nuclear physicist. No, I'm only kidding. I saw it on the TV. But he's right. Shepard's the one that knows.
He knows something's going on. He's figured it out, yeah.
He knows there's a cover-up. But they're down there and they're checking the Geiger and it's going off the charts. There's so many rads and something's moving about.
Something's going towards them.
The C.H.U.D roar. It's like a bear, wolf, fucking dog thing.
It's like you, that time I brought in cakes and you saw them and you made that scream. It's the same thing.
It's a scream. I wake up at night with that noise. I just fucking wake myself up.
Are you still getting the night terrors?
No, those are past now. I've started drinking more.
Brilliant.
Then we're back to the photographer again, and I've quite a realistic conversation about pregnancy. They're having a discussion. She's like that. The doctor's giving me an opportunity, a choice. He's like that. No,
but they talk about we can look at an alternative.
I know what it is.
What?
Well, they're discussing abortion. He's on board.
Is that what
he
it
says,
is?
No,
I didn't realise.
We have a baby, but it's abortion. But abortion.
The alternative.
Flush the fetuses
they can't
into the
say
sewers.
the word. Yeah, and then you end up chuds.
Chuds are unwanted children in New York.
Oh God, their little stewed tomato gets flushed down the toilet within a week. It's got glowing eyes.
I wrote 33 minutes, 52 seconds, no chud action yet. And then we see you get a lot of work with the hands. They've just bought a pair of chud gloves and they're just...
Oh, they're rubbery.
They're long-fingered.
Even the claws are rubbery.
Oh, the bendy claws. And there's a guy with his granddaughter and he's on the phone.
This is very cinematic where you just... This is a big setup scene where you've got a guy walking with his granddaughter. I thought that looks scary.
It does look quite scary.
But what actually happens isn't... It's just it's building, but
when you first get a look at the chud, the face of the chud.
How did you
feel?
It's
amphibian. It's disappointing. It's quite. It's H.P. Lovecraftian.
Yes, it's very gloopy.
It's gloopy. It's got the teeth on teeth. It's like
verging on body horror, but
it's a piranha. It's teeth like a piranha.
Yeah, it looks very fish-faced.
Well, I don't know. A cat, right?
Right.
You shine a light in its face at night and its eyes glow. But the chud have an internal glow. Their eyes actually glow. It's not a reflected light.
That's how they can see in the dark.
It's googly eyes, you know?
Well, it's not a magic power to see in the dark if you've got torches in your eyes, is it?
I wouldn't like to have had a chud suit on. Was it children in the chud?
Oh, I don't know. They were just
small people. But so that's another. So the granddad's been pulled into the sewer. He's been pulled off into the sewer, and the wee lassie's made it to. And Bosch is like that. No, that's it. Fuck this shit. We need to up the ante.
Yeah, he's convinced now. He knows there's something going on.
He's had his coffee. He needs to put like a ragtag team together. It's gonna be Bosch, Shepherd, Cooper. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We meet
Good
Wilson. One. We meet Wilson, who's the real villain of this piece.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Wilson is a dick. He's
the Nuclear Regulatory Commissioner. He's surly. He's constipated. He's like he says he's trying to say there's no murder. You know what I mean?
It's not. No, there's just homeless people, and your wife. She's probably just left you. No. It's all bullshit, man. It's the fucking politics again. Now, this guy...
Big money, man.
He represents the New York politicians at the time, all of them.
And they're famously corrupt,
Corrupt. They're not listening. Everything's about money. It's just, they're running the city into the ground for their own benefit. This film, I think if people, especially if you're American from New York, and you've not caught up on this film, look back on it and you'll go, oh God, that really represents the anger towards the city. It's very interesting. Deep, yeah, it's a deep film. Not really.
Shepherd, he plays a blinder because he takes out the photographs. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He's like that, yeah, you've got evidence. Oh, yeah, there is something kind of going on. You know.
And did you see the way Shepherd picked up his Wilson's briefcase and threw it across the room gently? That's what I'd done to my boss once, but it wasn't a briefcase. It was a coaster under his coffee mug. I picked up and went, fuck this, I hate this coaster. I did.
He goes, Wilson's like the lunatic ravings of a paranoid hippie. That's what your boss had said as well.
That's
you saw it. You saw the monster. You saw it. Cover up.
Well, because I've been with a meeting with someone important, and I freaked out, and I moved his coffee mug, and I threw his coaster, right? Because you know what it said on it? Mallorca, and I hated it. So, fuck. And it was in this grey, horrible room.
Holidays. He's taunting you, man.
And it was blue skies and blue seas, and I threw it, but it was cork bottomed, so when it landed, it made no sound, so it wasn't dramatic.
Silent.
Yeah. And you know what my boss actually said? He went, what?
Pick up my coaster.
He went, what do you think? What? And that was his response.
It is quite confusing.
It was. For me.
So there's a file with CHUD written on it. You're like, oh, fucking hell.
They know about the CHUD.
Either you tell me what CHUD stands for, or I'm going to the newspapers. And he's like that, we've actually got a dead CHUD.
Yeah.
There's a dead CHUD.
Fuck, they've got one. It's dead. It's all over. The film's over.
That's when he says, "Oh yeah, it's cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller." That's what he claims C.H.U.D stands for. But that's smoke and mirrors. Yeah. So they get there's a great bit where they decide they have to intimidate Shepherd. So he sends a goon after him, and Shepherd's about to make a phone call, and the guy with the shades takes his quarter and eats it.
That's
a strange technique.
The technique of intimidation. And I think that actor...
He's in the abyss.
That's right. But I think this was improvised. I think he'd done it. Because when Daniel Stern looks at him, he stays staring at him for about a minute. I don't know, but I think if somebody's capable of eating... is that the opening gambit is eating money? You're like... What the fuck is this person capable of doing? But if he does this all the time, he's going to die of nickel poisoning, so there's nothing to worry about. But Daniel Stern stares at him, and he just looks at him going, why did you... the way my boss reacted to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a small world.
So they're all suited and booted, and they're in the C.H.U.D autopsy. But you don't see a direct line to the C.H.U.D. You just see a reflection of the C.H.U.D's face.
Yeah, and it's...
And they're trying to suggest that this is a one-time deal.
That's
a freak accident produced one C.H.U.D. You're like that, come on to fuck. Where there's one C.H.U.D, there's more C.H.U.D. You can't have a singular C.H.U.D. Nature cannot abhor a vacuum. There's got to be more C.H.U.Ds. C.H.U.Ds beget C.H.U.Ds.
I think that's what it says in the Bible.
Yeah, and he's like... I'm going to get some fucking police officers. I'm going to go down there with flamethrowers. And he's like, fuck no, you can't do that. So Wilson sends his team down with the kind of space age outfits and the ski boots. And there's fucking guys with flamethrowers waiting for them.
Because he's went behind their back.
Yeah. But he outflanked them.
But where did they get the flamethrowers? Are they like New York police issue flamethrowers?
Yeah, for dealing with rats.
Oh.
Well, you see, when I lived in Glasgow and I watched a documentary about a place making electrified riot shields and batons.
Yes.
And the British police have electrified riot shields to use against dangerous dogs. And we were looking and we thought, God, what kind of place would make that? And we went, hold on a minute.
Exactly.
It was the industrial estate right next to the flat.
Yes, and that building, what happened to it?
Did it burn to the ground?
It blew up.
Oh, mysterious.
It mysteriously blew up because you know what they were actually making in there? And not only that, they were making shackles and shit that were going to other countries that use shackles on people.
They were making
fucking illegal weapons,
torture equipment for Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Imagine going to that job every morning. All right, Bob, were you on the day? He electrified dildos for the Saudi police. Oh, that's nice.
Exactly.
That's
nice. And then you're getting assessed on your Iron Maiden. They'll be like that, Derek. The spikes on it are excellent.
But they're very space age kind of bulbous flamethrowers.
Yeah, they're a bit over the top flamethrowers.
But the guys like that, man, he goes, get those guys out there. He goes, you're kidding me. Your man has a camera. Mine have flamethrowers. I would say a flamethrower's not a good idea in a gas-rich environment.
No, and we're not experts.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of fecal gas down there.
Oh,
and
God.
the C.H.U.D just circle them and wipe them out.
That's right. That just kills them. Have you ever seen? It's always. I hate to say this, but you always see some Chinese kid lighting a match and throwing it down a manhole cover on YouTube, and it just explodes the whole street. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
You couldn't do that.
If one of those fatbergs caught fire,
oh my God, it would be.
Oh, that would be a good horror movie. But a sentient fatberg.
But what would it be thinking about?
Just expanding itself, just vast, taking over the world, man. Just like a giant fucking jellyfish.
You know what?
Just
you said
people.
This, and I know people who listen to this actually make films. And if I see a sentient fatberg film, you'll owe us money.
When I was a kid, I watched the film Goonies.
Yes.
And for about 10 years afterwards, when I went for a shit, I used to check the toilet and then hover above the toilet when I was plopping, in case a fucking little ghoulie used to bite my cock off. So, I mean, you have to watch what you do.
You've got to watch it, man.
So that's fucked off. The C.H.U.D Parker's gone. The crack team are gone. there's a lovely bit where Bosch is just like throwing his pen about.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of improv in here.
There's a lot of that. And you know what? Give it to the actors. They're doing their best. I think they're aware.
No, there's some good actors in this.
Daniel Stern's all in. He's all in it.
Daniel Stern. To be honest, he's played the same character his entire career. He's never had a fucking haircut in 40 years, Daniel Stern. But we go back to Cooper's flat, which is a wonderful nautical theme. And there's like cutlasses and that on the wall, and I'm thinking to myself, they'll come in handy
later. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah,
and he's like that. Oh, fucking hell! His dark room's been robbed. He's looking really wasted, Cooper. I don't think they got much out of him in this film, John Hurd. I think he was struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Hey, so what their plan is, Wilson's plan, is to just flood the entire sewer system with gas.
Kill it, because that's how the first dead chud died. It was a gas leak somewhere, and
not
it died.
Not like a poison gas. They just want to put your standard household gas.
Household gas. They want to redivert it
and just pump it into. That doesn't seem safe.
I don't imagine it's safe at all. Oh, I don't know.
Well, can natural gas kill you?
Yes. I think it's
I don't know if it's still. When I was a kid, I worked in a butcher's, and there was an older guy who, God, he's a lot younger than me now, but he kind of ran the butchery bit. It's called Stoots. You won't be able to track Stoots down. But Stoots' girlfriend left him, so he went into the kitchen of the hotel, the pub, and put his head in the gas oven, and turned it on to gas himself. And when they came through, he was just sound asleep, his head in the oven. People never let him never forgot.
Oh my God. No, I think you've got to seal it. I think it's got to be. But natural gas doesn't have a smell. And the smell's added, yeah, so you can detect it. But I think it's still very. I wouldn't want to make the attempt.
I will have to get a gas oven. I might try it later on.
See if it. Yeah, we'll give it a go. See what happens.
Well, Dundonians used to have gas mantles. The heating, the lighting in houses was gas, and they used to bubble it through milk and then drink the milk and get high off it.
What?
It's a Dundee thing, yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. They used to do that, and they used to melt down records for the acetone, and they drink that as well. Drinking acetone?
Oh.
Jesus. That's... I don't know what to say. That's so Dundee.
Back to Shepherd. Shepherd's putting the tea on, and the gas is off. It's like, fuck. There's a lot of damaged people in the soup kitchen. It's like just now there's the pandemic, but you're kind of the people in the bottom of the heap. It doesn't make much difference to their lives. The chud's not the worst thing that's happened to them that day.
That's a good point. Again,
they've woke up they're using a bag of their own shite as a pillow. A chud would probably be a bit of a blessing.
Now, didn't what's that stupid ex-SAS cunt that runs around fucking surviving?
And Middleton.
Bear Grylls.
Aye.
Well, that cunt.
Evangelical Christian.
Oh, he's a fucking twat. Now, he says that you take some cling film with you if you're in like somewhere cold, shit in it, wrap it up and use it as a hand warmer. I would just take a hand warmer.
Yeah.
And leave the cling film at home.
He's a cock, that guy.
Oh, he's a prick.
I watched him drink the liquid out of an elephant shit once.
Oh my God! This is the same cunt.
He just likes the taste.
He loves it. That's the same cunt. He's on a raft and he says, "Right, if you get a seagull and you try and drink the juices out of it, it'll make you sick. So what you do is use an enema." So he is on a raft with the only thing is a hot water bottle and a rubber tube.
And why has he got an enema? Seagull juice up his arsehole.
Yes,
to keep the liquids up. The electrolytes.
What makes you?
He lives in this weird island with his family. I'm not trusting of him. I'm not.
No, I've got I'm suspicious. Chud.
But this so it's a nuclear industry are fucking us about. But we can expect that. But they decide they're getting just the guy with the shades. He's going to bump off the witness, so he locks poor Shepherd.
Yeah, locks him
poor
in.
Shepherd off down there. Yeah. There's still not enough chud in this film.
There's really no chud at this point either.
There's that drone. The he's going about, Shepard's going about, creeping about in this. There would be utter darkness. There would be no light at all.
No light. You just close your eyes.
But
it's
you can
easier.
see it's lit, and he stumbles on. It's like it's the C.H.U.D spawning grounds, and there's a number of C.H.U.D. It's like you say, it's like a political meeting. They're pollinating each other. The C.H.U.D, however they breathe.
They're doing like a religious ceremony. They're
I know.
and there's a pile of something in the middle of them. I don't want to think what that is.
I think it's
it's like C.H.U.D spew.
Something. But they spot him, the glowing eyes. They're not happy. But then we cut to the model, who's not really a model, but she decides to just get herself involved.
Yeah, she's just like...
She goes, I'll
she
go
hasn't been there the whole thing, and now she goes, I'm heading downstairs.
I'm going to go into the basement and open that kind of ominous-looking wee hatch.
It's been making weird noises.
She finds a dog that's been choky-wanked to death.
That just came out of nowhere, didn't it?
That's the Pomeranian. It's the dog from the beginning.
Right, okay. I forgot all about that. You know that? And it was a cuddly toy with blood over it.
It was cuddly toy with some tomato sauce. But then the bleakest section of the whole film, there's been something found down in the waterfront, and Bosch goes down, and it's his fucking wife's head.
It's his wife's head. It's his wife's head.
And then they take him to the pub to get over it, and he's like that. Oh, she just went back to college, studying. So he was angry about her studying.
Because it cost him money.
And he said, then she would go out and walk the dog. So it's her own fault. He's victim blaming his wife.
I think they're trying to establish trauma, but it just comes across as, well.
Now, my favourite bit of the film, she goes for the classic shower.
Oh yeah, I thought there's going to be boob.
I thought no, that's not how I was approaching this.
Oh right, okay.
I thought all showers, it's all like Psycho, isn't it? So I thought the C.H.U.D's get come in and like surprise her, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But she's in the shower, and the plug hole's blocked, and she gets a piece of wire. She puts a wee. I
think that's her abortion hook she gets.
This froth coming up, and then she like skewers it, and I think she skewered like a C.H.U.D penis.
Do you think so?
There's a C.H.U.D frotter in itself, yeah. Oh. And she gets utterly drenched in C.H.U.D blood.
C.H.U.D frottering itself is a sentence I never thought would happen this time last week.
It is. It's like, oh, look at this. Look at my wee C.H.U.D willy. And she just pokes it, right? Catches the tip. And she's drenched. She's drenched.
It's horrible. Then you need to have another shower. But she seems to get cleaned rather quick, and it doesn't seem to be mentioned again.
No, but I think there is a C.H.U.D kind of it's rampaging about the building a little bit.
I suppose you think other things.
We cut to good old New York eatery, a diner, and this is John Goodman's first performance.
Is this his first one? Oh God!
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
He's a big burly fella.
He's a burly guy, and you want to know something? You can tell quality actors because he kind of brightens up the scene.
He'd have been better.
Yeah,
as the main guy.
A
big jovial police officer that loses his wife rather than the doer Bosch.
Oh yeah, Bosch is.
But you think he's coming on slightly sleazy to the waitress.
But
the C.H.U.D just getting bold. I think it was the smell of the burgers drew them in.
Yeah. Or
they need
a different kind of food.
Oh, good eating on John
Did you notice the Pomeranian wasn't eaten?
No.
So they're going after people. Yeah.
They've got their dietary requirements are weirder than yours.
Oh God, I'm getting worse,
but
man.
They just come rampaging in, and they just eat everybody.
And you don't get to see it, but you hear it in the background and the gunfire and the screaming.
They didn't have the budget.
Nah,
they didn't have the budget.
Because that would have been a great scene.
There's no witnesses, there's no bodies, there's just blood. There's just blood. There's people drenched in blood. So they're going to be pumping the gas in. The photographer he sees Victor, and Victor's Victor. C.H.U.D. He's been infected by C.H.U.D.
So you can catch it from a bite. Oh
yeah,
like when this is exactly the same as when I got that spider bite back in April and my face swole up.
That
was C.H.U.D.
Yeah, exactly. And you make webs now in your underpants
every day.
Every day. But the wee bag lady's like, "You killed my brother," and tries to take him out. But the Shepard's there, knocks her out.
Oh, thank God for Shepard.
And he's like, he thinks he's another bum. And he goes, no, but I run the soup kitchen. And he's,
and that's it. That's them.
But he's
that's them met.
Shepard is not a bum. He's a bum enabler.
A bum enabler.
He's a bum enabler.
That's what my patrons are.
A bum enabler.
And if you're enjoying the show, please support us on Patreon. There you go.
Buy some stuff. Wilson's got the plan in place, and he's got to just use cars to drive over all the manhole covers. But his main reason is, you're like, fuck.
They're not going to get out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're going to be trapped down there with the C.H.U.D.
With C.H.U.D, gas, everything. It's going wrong.
Aye. The C.H.U.D, I wrote, they're like an aggressive tadpole.
Yeah,
they're kind of stomping about, and it's a model has to fight the C.H.U.D, and it does a weird thing where it just kind of
extends.
It stretches its neck.
It goes, and then she chops his fucking head off.
Aye.
And died quick. But does it? Because its head is on the ground and it bites her fucking ankle.
Oh, fucking hell.
And then it's dead.
I thought when I was watching this film, I'm thinking, God, this film's making quite a lot of points about just like the careless chemical waste being left about, and we're despoiling the planet. I thought, did Al Gore direct this film? Is Doug Cheek an actual fucking pseudonym of Al Gore?
Well, the thing is, you pointed out earlier on, there was strikes, there was dirt, there was filth, there was you had the New York, nuclear power plant that almost blew up. You had all these different things. So this was a film of its time. And nuclear waste was a huge problem in the 80s until they turned it into sweetener and everyone's happy now. But this is a real reflection. So what is being killed when they kill C.H.U.D? They're killing corruption.
Oh, wonderful.
You see, because the photographer, he said, I've done all this stuff, this commercial crap, and he's now moving on to, I'm caring about people. The criminal said, I'm a criminal, but I've turned around because I'm better than these people.
Human decency, man.
The cop is he's worn down, man. He's fucked. His wife's been killed, and what does he do? He's still a cop fighting for the right.
It's all he knows, mate.
Yeah.
But they're down in the sewers, and they find just boxes of waste, and it's got C.H.U.D on it.
It's got C.H.U.D.
And it turns out contamination, hazard, urban disposal. You're like that, you sneaky bastards, C.H.U.D.
Now, hold on. Would you say contamination, hazardous, urban disposal is worse than cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller that they were putting out there?
It's a bit strangled, isn't it?
I would say they've chosen the wrong one to hide this. I think just saying it was disposal's fine. Rather say there's cannibals.
Was it like fanny pads and stuff?
Oh God! When I used to surf, man, that's all used to float around me.
Oh God, yeah, nappies and.
But then they cleaned it up in the 90s here, and water's lovely.
They did. But they find a camera of one of the dead, the flamethrower team or whatnot, and they're like that. They're waving in it, but there's no audio, and the guy's like that. All we need is to find the headset, and it's on a decapitated head.
Which that's a good bit. I like this.
There's a couple of good heads in this. That head's good, and the wife. Yeah, that's
good. Where the budget went.
You cut, and it's like Bosch. Bosch is in his car, and I think he's considering hanging himself with his tie.
Yeah, he's has a glorious brown tie, but it's just he's done. There's nothing else he could do. They're out. The city's going to do it. He's just one cop. What can he do?
The two guys are trapped down. They know they're down there, and they're going to try and help them. The gas is having its effect. They're sounding a bit nasal.
Yeah, they're coughing.
And Wilson's like that. We need more gas. And he's like that. He punches Wilson. Bosch, like all that aggression, all that frustration, right into his moustache, knocks him spark out. He knows who he is. He says, "You're nothing but the government garbage, man." He's just a cover. Yeah,
that's my theory.
Wilson has a glass jaw.
He does.
He goes down, but he doesn't. He should have made sure he'd finished him. They come after him, and he shoots.
Oh God!
He shoots poor Bosch.
Bosch
and
gets it right in the belly.
Right through the chest, man.
Is it the chest? Oh God! Through the
it just
heart.
comes out through his heart. You're like, oh fuck, Wilson killed, but then Shepherd gets a gun, and he's like, bang, dead-eyed, and the van just explodes.
The van does explode for no reason, but that's fine.
That's an 80s van.
That's an 80s van.
The Austin Allegro, if you parked it wrong, they just used to blow up.
That's
a few of my neighbours went that way. But Bosch isn't dead. He's like, good shot, hippie.
Good shot. But then he dies.
Nothing's been resolved.
No. Nothing's been resolved.
The CHUD issue's not been resolved.
Nope. This is.
It just ends, and they're like,
no.
What? You're like,
no. Right. Nothing got resolved because they killed just one of the politicians. Right. Now, this is the whole point of the film, and I think this is where it's deeper. This is my theory.
Oh, deeper. Okay.
Right.
You're all about the depth.
I'm all about. I like depth more than girth. So. This is about New York. This is about people's reaction against the corrupt New York. And in the end, even though they get rid of one of the politicians, they didn't resolve it. They need to get rid of them all. They need to start again. They need to get rid of them.
It was the original cut. The CHUDs got it. The CHUDs.
I can't remember. I don't know.
But it strikes me as the kind of film where there's an explosion. You see a few CHUDs going up. A guy in a full flame suit, dressed as a CHUD, runs about, lands flat down in a puddle, the end, and then the very end, after the credits, you see somebody opening a box and there's a baby CHUD in it, or a hand reaches out from something.
That feels like that's all what's been taken out. It does feel like that. But I think this guy tried to... Maybe the director looked back on it a few years later and saw what I saw, and it was never intended. He went, God, this could... Looking back on it, this is a real
Are you thinking
statement.
He thought to himself, Oscar material?
Yes.
He thought maybe this could go to Cannes and make a bigger splash. But it did spawn CHUD 2, Bud the CHUD, Son of CHUD.
I've not seen that. I might watch it.
I've not seen that. Not seen it. I'd imagine Bud the CHUD is a sillier film.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a different approach. I think this film is definitely has a statement to make. It doesn't do it very well.
It's a funny old film. No,
it's a strange one.
It's a doer film. It's very strange. You could have had a right laugh with that.
Yes, it should have been more violent, more monsters.
They should have went down. They're more like Gremlins. And,
they come up the toilet.
One of the CHUD could have had a wig on and some high heels. They could have been having a bit of fun with it.
Oh, you should be writing films.
Kind of Gremlins 2. There's some great Gremlin work. But no, they're just...
in Gremlins 2...
CHUD! Just,
Do you know the lady, sexy Gremlin?
Yeah.
Do you find her hot?
Use the word sexy. No.
No. Me neither. Funny that.
You neither.
Okay. I'm Bosch. I have a complete lack of emotion, and I'm reasonably competent at any job I'm given.
Bosch, you never think he never looks like a man that enjoys a meal.
That's it. I'm Bosch.
I'm nobody in this film. I'm not. I'm like nothing. No, I don't. My character type doesn't exist in this film.
You're Shepherd.
Maybe John Goodman.
No, you're Shepherd. You're volatile, but at home in his soup kitchen. And
I make a good bowl of soup, mate. I make a good bowl of soup.
End up a religious leader one day. I could see it.
You're a cult leader. Well, I'm almost there.
Oh, this is out the cult.
How many Guffs?
I'm going to give it 5.
That's well.
I think it's quite high for it. It was between 4 and 5, but I say 5 because it made an attempt.
It was trying to be something.
Yes.
You didn't really. Yes. You didn't really need the CHUD.
No,
this film might have been better if it was just Wilson and his henchmen were bumping off. They were pretending there was a serial killer, but all it was them bumping off homeless people that had uncovered the secret.
Fantastic! That would have been great.
Could have been a pretty good film.
Yeah,
the CHUD were. It's like they made the CHUD, and then the CHUD. It's like Batman in the one with the Joker.
Okay,
Batman, he's basically pointless in his own film. You don't need him within the film.
Agreed.
C.H.U.D's the same. The C.H.U.D are the same thing, yeah. Or they could have been like a Scooby-Doo style thing. Wilson's fucking dressing up as a C.H.U.D
like
to
the
scare
Village.
people away from the sewers.
Like the Village, exactly.
Like the Village,
That would have been great. That would have been great. They just didn't commit either way.
I'm going to reach out to him. He's done his director's cut.
Okay.
A few reshoots.
Take the
you
C.H.U.D
and I play the
out.
C.H.U.D.
Oh, God, I'd make a great C.H.U.D. I'm very bony.
You'd make minimal makeup.
Oh, God. My skin has a beautiful, beautiful, sexy grey sort of pallor.
That grey colour. Like, they're more a kind of greeny black.
Oh, God, right. I could eat, I don't know. Anything to eat changes my colour, so I'm fine.
What would change the colour of your skin? I'm trying to think of a food. Oh, I know. Squid ink.
Well, you know what? Licorice gives me green shit.
Yeah, if we start filling your cavities with licorice and squid ink, I reckon in a couple of days you're ready to C.H.U.D.
I'd be like a dark, wet green. Oh, that's quite
Was
sexy.
this your idea, the C.H.U.D? There was this.
No,
this wasn't Andrew, was it?
No, I believe this was Mark.
Mark.
I think. I
was
can't
at
remember.
school with 6 Marks.
It was probably one of them.
I'd be interested to know how old Mark is, because Mark became a popular name with Mark Phillips, who married Princess Anne.
Oh, really?
That introduced a lot of people to the wonderment of Mark.
So we'd say to guess late 30s.
Well, maybe a bit. He's a late comer to the Mark party.
Oh, it could be. I don't know.
You never know.
We'll never know.
I kind of enjoyed it.
I did. I enjoyed it
in its own way.
It was a bizarre little film. It wasn't full of too many tropes, and the editing was very aggressive.
The title is classic.
C.H.U.D is
it
builds you up for something you don't get.
Some of the posters look marvelous.
Oh, the posters were great. I was looking at them last night. They were just fantastic posters. Yeah.
Wonderful.
It implies a very scary film.
I have seen footage of the Dundee sewers.
Right.
We found there was at the work, there was DVDs, CDs handed in, DVDs, and it was files of, they put a little remote control thing down the Dundee sewers, and it was like zipping about with a wee torch on it.
Oh,
so God. You could see all the Dundonians' jobbies and stuff.
Oh, no.
Nothing really alive down there, not even a mouse.
Oh, God.
Because the Dundee fecal matter is so strident.
Oh, God.
It just eradicates cockroaches, just kills everything.
It's all full of natural gas and milk.
Just scorched earth.
Ugh,
can you imagine?
God.
Oh!
Well, we can recommend it, put it that way.
Recommend it, yeah.
You get it free on YouTube, it's easy to watch.
Look, it's no uninvited. But
it's no uninvited, but yeah, exactly. There's going to take a lot to beat that film. Recommended. Yeah. Enjoy it. It's a good film.
Enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I just fancy having a bath in some treacle.
Jesus.
Just slippering about. I think I might go and get
listen, I've been seeing the chat that's been happening on Twitter this week about beans and you disgusting animals.
Do you know how some of those people are trying to lead the conversation to their own personal peccadillos? Have you noticed that?
Yes. Yeah.
They're pretending it's just.
What happened?
How did we stumble onto this conversation, eh?
But I'm
the next minute
spaghetti
photographs.
Yeah. Weirdos.
Berlotti beans. How many Berlotti? You know what I'm saying? It could be different types of beans. What goes in and out easier? You know?
Yeah. Pop. Wash your balls. Stay
safe. Please wash your balls. The vaccine's on its way, guys, and I think next year. I think we could be.
I think we might have
a bit of normality.
Yeah, but next summer,
looking positive, man.
Fingers crossed.
I think that people have got to cancel Christmas.
Yes, just everyone calm down.
I have an idea, and I wish the government would put this about. Basically, now Christmas it's not real.
That's true.
It's just a habit. It's just a tradition, and all traditions are really made up.
Do you want to know something? I've got a little bit of information. Every single thing you do on Christmas is because of adverts.
Yes. So they're wanting us to spend money. They want us to spend money for the economy. Fair enough. Okay, people need jobs. But what we could do is, here's one for the government if they're listening, because I know the high-level government listens to this.
They'll listen to us, yeah.
Cancel Christmas, and then when the vaccine's out and the numbers are good and we're looking well, have a national holiday like COVID Day.
Christmas to Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can eat turkey every day of the year. Let's have a summer Christmas.
Oh, like Australia.
Like Australia.
Fantastic.
Christmas bits, you barbecue the turkey out in the garden.
Oh, God, I'm a
Get
vegetarian.
All your friends
I'll eat
round.
it.
We can all drink fucking lilt. We can party. Come on, guys.
Lilt? Are you royalty?
Lilt.
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm getting lilt. I'm getting
I'm
a
the
big
lilt man.
2-litre bottle of lilt.
2-litre bottle.
Fuck it.
Have you
I'm
ever had
invested.
lilt with some vodka in it?
Yes. I'm going to get my change jar out and I'm going to spend some money on lilt. Fuck it. This is it. That's a great idea. National holiday.
Oh, no. Instead of Santa Claus, listen.
Okay.
Levi Roots. He's summer Christmas.
Oh, Levi Roots, my dad. Oh,
Summer Christmas, Levi Roots.
Can I claim that he's my dad? I want him to be my dad.
No, I'd love him to be. Imagine you would have never have had a dull meal if he was your dad.
Oh, God.
The condiments would have just been out of this world.
Do you imagine how he does fish? Imagine his fish is grilled with. Oh my God.
A bit of grilled snapper.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Levi Roots.
Anyway,
Keith, if you're listening.
Summer Christmas,
I need to be
if you're listening. Yeah. Let's do it.
That's a great idea. Right, actually, you know what? If the government's not going to do it, I'm going to do this. I'm cancelling Christmas.
That's what I'm doing. I'm having summer Christmas.
And when we officially get out of this, right, I'm going to celebrate it by having a day off. We're going to have a summer Christmas. And I'll tell you what, dude, I've got you a present for summer Christmas in my mind. I know what I'm going to get you. I know what I'm going to get you as a summer Christmas.
Could we do, like, what's his name, your favourite singer-songwriter, Daniel O'Donnell?
Oh, that cunt.
He invites all his elderly fans round to his house for a scone and a cup of tea.
Right.
we could get all the listeners, all the fans, to a car park somewhere.
Let's do it.
And just napalm them from the sky. Just go over them. Just chud them all. Chuds.
I didn't think it was going down that route. I thought I was going to have to supply hot dogs, but no, I see where you've went with that.
Well, give them a nice hot dog before we napalm them.
But if we're meeting all our listeners in a car park, daylight only, I know what happens in car parks at night with our listeners. It's not good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A lot of Donald Duck in it.
A lot of tarmac licking.
Oh, God. Everyone, stay safe.
Stay safe, wash your balls, do everything you need to. All
Laters.
the best to you. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
I love this summer Christmas. This is a great idea.
Oh, I'm pushing for... No, but why has people got their minds set on Christmas? Oh no, we're going to have Christmas. Oh, no, we're going to relax all this stuff for Christmas. You're like, just cancel. It's been a bad enough year. Just write it off. I just don't get it. It's purely because Marks and Spencers and everything's like that. But we need people to spend money for the economy. Everything about Christmas is fake.
That is the most beautiful rant I've ever heard.